Depending on the person, apparently it takes anywhere from months to years to learn a backflip. Now, I wouldn't consider myself an athlete by any means, but I really want to learn one. Why? Well, picture this. You're arguing with your friend about Sonic. He's saying that Sonic came out in 1991, and he is correct. But you've been telling him for the past 15 minutes that Sonic was invented in 73 BC. How do you win this argument? Do you A, gaslight him, B, kill him, or C, do a backflip? I mean, the only virtuous answer is to do a backflip, so after doing a backflip, he then has to, by law, shut the fuck up and agree with whatever you said. I mean, like, this is a law that we see in every scripture, ever. We learned this in grade school. It's in the Communist Manifesto. It even dates way back to Shakespearean times. To quote, "My lord, thou dost super epic backflip. I anon has it. Shut the fuck up. I didn't just make that up, that's real." Now, the real question is, how do I maximize my odds of succeeding? Just relying on my perseverance wouldn't be enough. This is too important of a project, okay? I needed something powerful. I needed something divine. I needed something massive. Well, consider this. What if I had the fate of the universe on my side? Tegan?
Hello.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a witch are you?
Oh, like 3 at most.
This is my friend Tegan. She is a witch, and she will be doing a tarot card reading to aid me in my journey to Backflipville. In all honesty, me and Tegan don't really know anything about tarot card readings, and we don't really believe in them, to be honest. But I mean, like, I can suspend my disbelief, right? I'm gonna need all the help that I can get to do this backflip, and if it comes down to this, then fuck, so be it. So the tarot card spread that we're using is called the 3-card guidance. It consists of 3 cards that represent my past, present, and future. Every tarot card has its own introspective meaning on what's going on and what I should do to achieve my goal. The first card I drew, my past, is the Page of Coins. It represents diligence, perseverance, and eagerness. It has something to do with naive, youthful, or beginner mindsets and a strong drive to complete a task. It's also saying that there might be a youthful or driven person in my life that I should try and adopt the qualities of to reach my goal. The second card I drew was the 5 of Wands. It represents conflict, competition, or struggle. And that's it. That's basically all it is. It could be a contended ego. It could be a challenging workplace. It could be Guy Fieri. What this card is insisting is that I should go into these challenges with an open mind. You know, just like a general lack of malice, lack of spiteful energy. I'm fucked, aren't I? Finally, where I end up is represented by the Page of Cups. This refers to emotional openness, creativity, and an overall dreamy approach to life. And as of right now, I have no idea what that means because I'm not from the future. Yeah.
Those are 3. Yeah.
Okay. So is this like a royal flush? But what does this all mean in backflip terms? How is this going to help me learn a backflip? Well, Tegan and I tried to make sense of what the cards were trying to tell me, try to make sense of what was going on. The only problem is, I don't know, we're fucking freaks, dude. We just started talking about rats for some reason. Empathizing with them and becoming a rat myself.
You gotta compete, become the rat king.
I'm in competition with rats, like the king rat. The rats help me tap into my inner child.
And no one but the rat king can be so self-expressed. These are all things rats can do.
Cody,
You're like a mouse.
even a rat.
Is a rat not just a bigger mouse? I've watched videos of rats doing backflips.
That's what I'm in. Yes. What am I supposed to do with this?
Rat it up? I don't know.
This isn't very rat-like of you. Okay, that was kind of rat-like.
Yeah.
That was kind of... What? He's eating like a rat right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore. What I'm pretty sure the cards were actually trying to tell me was that I should adopt a youthful, driven personality. I should surround myself with kindred spirits. If any challenges come my way, I cannot look at them with malice. After the reading, I went home and I stayed up like embarrassingly late that night trying to consume as much backflip information as I could. I watched YouTube videos, I tried to figure out the tech, the progressions, the yada yada, and I opened the WikiHow page for it, which like, I was fucking desperate, okay? And then I went to sleep. I woke up, and it was finally time to start. Okay, so far, the cards are right. I'm a beginner at backflips, and I don't want to just go crazy, you know, try on concrete, try on grass, because, you know, break back, pull noodle, spine, not good, not fun. So instead of doing that, I decided that I would go to a trampoline park to start learning. The first card that I drew, the Page of Coins, it talked about adopting a youthful and driven personality. So when I went to the trampoline park, I knew exactly who I wanted to bring.
So what am I saying?
Huh?
What am I saying?
No, you're just saying hi. You're just saying hi. No, there's no pressure, but this is supposed to show everyone how kindred and youthful of a spirit you are.
You gotta give me a script.
This is Summer. She is a youthful and kindred spirit, and by that I mean we are literally the same age, but ignore that. The important part is that she is a gymnast, and I'm pretty sure she's like good at it or something. I don't know, something about like level 7 double mini or whatever, national bronze medal, BC team finalist, placed first for BC level 5 trampoline, you know, something like that. She is going to be my coach at the trampoline park. I am at a kid's trampoline park, and I'm sweating my fucking ass off. On my first couple attempts, I was actually feeling like really confident. I started by trying some into the foam pit, and then I started trying some on the trampoline with Summer's coaching. Starting out, it was looking good. The only problem was I would always get stuck right about here. See, the difference between me and Summer, besides the obvious ones, is that she has been upside down for most of her life, and I never saw the fucking point. You see this? This is a problem, okay? This is the bane of my fucking existence. As soon as I get to this point, I just give up on finding the floor. I am literally staring at my feet the entire time, and because of that, I end up landing on my ass, sort of like this. And then, after many failed attempts and many embarrassing freeze frames, this happened. Problem right now is I'm getting like the rotation, and then either I'm staring at my feet the entire time, or I'm just not open. Is that right, Coach?
Yes. Open.
So this time I'm gonna focus on opening,
Yep.
and not staring at my feet.
Yeah. Look forward.
Look forward. Look forward. And then my time was up. We had to leave the park. And there was some good stuff that happened, but I couldn't even land one flip on a trampoline. And like, this sounds stupid, but I was fucking devastated, okay? Like, I thought at least I would be starting at a point where I would like have a framework of how I would do it with just like less jump. I don't know. I was upset. This seems to be the conflict that the second card was talking about. But at least I wasn't discouraged, right? I was still determined. I was determined to land this fucking backflip, and maybe I would get it on. Good morning. It is now Sunday. I'm inclined to start practicing on grass. Think again, bozo! Listen to your coach. Coach knows best. So instead of growing a pair and trying on grass, I gave myself a rest day. And I also found a trainer at a parkour gym for day 3. Even though I have already spent $120 on this video, I did not want to look at these challenges with malice. I wanted to go in with an open mind for the parkour gym On day 3, I showed up at the gym and I met my coach. This is Rare. He's the second chillest guy that has ever existed, right behind Stuart Little, and he's also going to be my coach for today. And also, as you'll see, a number of other days. This was me at the air park. This is what I've got going for me so far.
Okay. Throwing your arms, which is good, but your legs are pulling back slightly, which is killing some of your momentum. But all around, like, your tech's not bad at all. Like, compared to some of the people that we have come through here. Yeah, I can help you polish that up pretty quick, actually.
Rare found a ton of problems with my form, so we immediately got to work on fixing that. We started with some exercises to help me focus on actually landing on my feet instead of on my everything else. And then from there, I started doing this weird fucking thing. And then eventually I felt confident enough to try a full spotted flip. It doesn't show here, but that big fluffy crash mat is still there. But without it in frame, I like how it sounds like I'm just breaking all my bones on the way down. And then, on my second attempt, Rare said this.
Oh yeah, I didn't even help.
No?
No, you jumped higher than I could reach you, so.
We then did this like a million times to get me more comfortable before moving to a less sturdy mat. And this is where I would focus on the problem that has had me by the neck this entire time. I'm about halfway through now, and I'm running into the same problem, which is I am just not sticking it. Rare told me that typically when he coaches people, their legs get too stiff. It's because while you're flipping midair, you're like trying to protect yourself, right? And you're trying to land and you're trying to keep yourself safe. Apparently, I had the opposite problem. Like, I just go balls out and fucking send it without thinking about how I might fall on my ass, which, oopsies, results in me falling on my ass over and over and over again. But when I finally learned to actually land, it was kind of a monumental moment. I fucking landed it, albeit on a springy mat with the spot, and I also landed it on my hands. But this was a big step. And then after a couple more tries, this happened.
What?
I landed one without my hands, albeit I stumbled a little bit, but you know, this was also a huge step. But then literally right after that one, this happened. Dude, I just can't stop taking W's. I just can't. And then after this, I went home, I went to bed, and before I knew it, it was... Today was the day that I wanted to start practicing at home. The only problem I ran into was, I don't know why I'm such a pussy. Like, I want to practice on grass, I really do, but it's just as soon as I get out there, like, I stand there for like 5 minutes straight, just doing that with my hands and jumping up and down and then not actually like trying. And I don't know if I can stomach spending another $100. So as tough as this is, I might have to call it quits.
Hello?
Hi, could I rare Thursday? Yeah, no, 100. Yes, perfect. See you then. Bye. I'm a dumbass. Nothing happened. And then I got back to work. Same drills, same stuff. I got back onto the crash mat and things were looking good. Very nice. But then I got onto the harder mat and I realized that I was really fucking tired. I also found out that it was 9 p.m. I also found out that I've done like 3 times more reps than I did the day before. And then I also found out that the stakes have literally never been higher for me. If I don't land a backflip today, then I'd either have to spend $100 on this video that I'm probably already losing money on, practice on my own without direction tomorrow, which I really do not want to do, or I could just give up. And then after that, I found out that I was really fucking worried about this. I also found out that Rare uploaded a video a long time ago, like a parkour montage that was just titled Piss Triscuits. It's just a bunch of badass parkour and piss Triscuits, I guess.
All of us like endorsing it, and we all watch Triscuits, and then at the end he actually check out Piss Triscuit on the comments.
And then we did some more reps. At this point, I was sweating so much, I was basically a fish. Like, I had no sense of time nor direction. I was dizzy, I was confused, and our training was ending in like 15 minutes. So it's like a million times safer to flip with a spot, right? And also I haven't even landed one today without a spot, but if I wanted to do this in time, then I would have to just fucking grow a pair and try one without it. But then I found out that I fucked my ankle. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal if I hadn't already gotten like a dozen minor injuries throughout the week, many of which were on the exact same ankle because I'm landing like a fucking Neanderthal. Now I had only 2 choices. I could either, you know, go home, rest up, heal, try and land it on grass tomorrow, or I could be a fucking dumbass and everything in my body hurts just a little bit at this point. And I was still pushing. My ankle was fucking losing it over how badly I was abusing him. But then after about 15 tries in the crash mat, I did it.
Kick the ground. Push him up. Kick the ground. Okay. There you go. Was that yo? That's it.
I did it. I did a fucking backflip. I mean, it was into a crash mat, but it was a full backflip. I stuck it on my feet and I did it. I had finally achieved my goal. So I said thanks to Rare and So I've done a backflip. $300 down the drain. Couple of minor injuries. This should be the moment where I am satisfied. Everything logical is saying like, this is good enough. Don't spend any more money. You've got a good story, you know, you've got a good video. But like, I don't know, like I'm walking home right now 20 minutes after the training and it's just like, I'm not satisfied. I'm not. I'm just, I don't know why. Like, I want to stick this so bad. Like, I want to do it. And it's like impossibly hard, right? That's what I hear. Like, this is something that's impossibly hard, but it's just, I have some gut feeling, I don't know. I want to do this. I want to do it so bad. This was when I realized that I lost sight of what this video was even about. The cards. I needed to use the fucking card. I had to be emotionally vulnerable. I had to be youthful. I had to be kindred. I had to be... Be a fucking baby code. Snivel, slaughter, be a fucking baby. Forget all of your morals, be a baby. On the 7th and final day, I decided that I would go back to the gym. This time, without Rare. I needed to land this backflip today, and to do that, I need to be a baby. I need a I took a midday nap, like a baby. I bought and ate baby food, like a baby.
Oh, well fuck. Y'all are freaks for that fucking weird ass.
I sculled a Red Bull so I wouldn't be tired during my training.
So this Red Bull is Phil Wizard flavored? I fucking love Phil Wizard.
Like a baby. I bought baby shampoo and took a baby shower and made baby noises.
So bad.
I started my training by flipping onto a crash mat, like a baby. And then I did my first attempt, like a baby. My second attempt, like a baby. I did my third attempt, like a baby. What the fuck? Do you have any idea how anticlimactic this is? You can tell I wasn't expecting to land one this quickly. Look at my face. I look shell-shocked. It looks like I blacked out while I was in the air. Even after landing it, I did this like weird hand motion because I was like, no way I just did a backflip, right? So I went back to do another one and I landed it and then I celebrated like a normal person, but the moment's over, dude. And so like, I can do a backflip now. Yay. Get home safe and stay kind, everybody.